I thought my neighbour was just a recluse. Quiet. Weird. The kind of guy people forget exists. Until the night I saw him, standing outside his own window, staring in. It all started few weeks ago when I first moved in. I didn't think much about the house. Quiet street, clean sidewalks, the kind of neighborhood where nothing really happens. It was the kind of place people move to when they want peace, or when they want to disappear without anyone asking questions. But there was one house people avoided talking about. Not in a dramatic way, just subtle. Conversations shifted, eyes looked away. The kind of silence that feels rehearsed. It sat 3 houses down from mine, narrow, 2 stories, curtains always drawn. The lawn was overgrown like no one had touched it in years, and yet, the trash bins were always taken out on time. At first, I assumed it was just some reclusive guy. Every neighborhood has one. Someone who doesn't socialize, doesn't wave, doesn't exist unless you're looking directly at their house. But then I noticed something that didn't sit right with me. In the 3 weeks I'd been there, I had never seen anyone enter or leave that house. Not once. And I watch things. I notice patterns. It's a habit I picked up from living alone for too long. You start paying attention to things most people ignore, because sometimes those are the things that matter. I asked my neighbor across the street about it one evening, just casually. I pointed toward the house and said, "Does anyone actually live there?" He hesitated. Not long, just enough to make it noticeable. Then he shrugged and said, "Yeah, been there for years. Keeps to himself." "Ever see him?" I asked. Another pause, slightly longer this time. "Not really, but he's there." That answer stuck with me, not because of what he said, but because of what he didn't. That night, I couldn't sleep. Not for any particular reason, just one of those restless nights where your brain won't shut off. Around 2 a.m., I got up to grab some water. That's when I noticed it. A faint glow coming from behind the curtains of that house. It was the first time I'd seen any sign of life. No lamps before, no flickers, nothing. Just darkness, until that moment. I stood there longer than I should have, staring out the window like an idiot, trying to make sense of it. The light didn't move. It didn't flicker, it just stayed, like something was on inside, but not in a normal way. Then it went out, instantly. No fade, no transition, just gone. I told myself it was nothing. A light switch, a passing car, anything normal. But my gut didn't buy it. And when your gut starts whispering, it's usually right. Over the next few days, I started noticing more things. Small things, but they added up. A package left at the door in the morning would be gone by evening, but no one ever opened the door. The mailbox would be empty without anyone checking it. And once, just once, I heard something from inside. It sounded like dragging, slow, heavy, like furniture being pulled across the floor. Or something worse. I stood on the sidewalk, pretending to check my phone while I listened. It stopped the moment I got closer. Not faded, not slowed, just stopped. Like whatever was making the noise knew I was there. That's when curiosity turned into something else. Not fear, not yet. Something sharper. Obsession. A few nights later, I saw him. Or at least, I thought I did. It was late again. Around the same time. I was in my room when something outside caught my attention. Movement. Subtle, but wrong. I looked out the window, and that's when I froze. There was a man standing outside the neighbor's house, right in front of the window. He wasn't moving, just standing there, staring inside, completely still. The streetlight hit him just enough for me to see his face, and something about it made my chest tighten. He looked identical to the man I'd briefly seen in an old photo on a delivery package once. Same structure, same expression, same everything. But that didn't make sense, because if that was the neighbor, then who the hell was inside the house? I didn't realize I was holding my breath until he moved. Slowly, unnaturally, he tilted his head, not toward the house, toward me. Our eyes met, and he smiled. Not a normal smile, not friendly, not even threatening. It was empty, like someone mimicking what a smile is supposed to look like, without understanding why. I stumbled back from the window. My heart was racing now, loud enough I could hear it in my ears. When I looked again, he was gone. Just gone. No footsteps, no sound, nothing. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I went straight to the house. I don't know why. Maybe I needed to prove to myself that I imagined it, that there was a logical explanation. There always is, right? The front door looked normal, locked, no signs of damage. But something felt off, like the house itself was watching me, waiting. I knocked, once, twice, 3 times, no answer. But as I turned to leave, I heard it. A voice, faint, muffled, coming from inside. Don't. I froze. Every instinct told me to run, to walk away and never look back. But I didn't. I stepped closer to the door, my hand hovering over the handle. Don't let it see you, the voice whispered again. My stomach dropped. That wasn't the voice of someone calm. It was strained, desperate, like someone who hadn't spoken properly in a long time. What? I said, barely louder than a breath. Who's there? No response. Just silence, thick and suffocating. And then, a different voice, from deeper inside the house. Hello? It sounded normal, too normal, calm, clear, almost practiced. I stepped back immediately. Something about the shift between those two voices, it wasn't right. It was like listening to 2 different people, pretending to be the same person. I left, fast. But I didn't go far. I needed answers, and the only way I was going to get them was by going inside. That night, I went back. I told myself I was being careful, that I'd just take a quick look and leave. But deep down, I knew that wasn't true. Once something like this gets into your head, it doesn't let go. The back door was unlocked. That alone should have been enough to make me turn around. But it didn't. I stepped inside. The air hit me first. Not rotten, not clean, just wrong. Like the house had been sealed off from the world for too long. The furniture was arranged, too perfectly. Chairs aligned, tables centered, like someone had staged everything, but never used it. And the mirrors, they were all covered, every single one. Sheets, tape, boards, anything to hide the reflections. That's when I heard it again. The dragging sound. Closer this time. Upstairs. I moved slowly, each step louder than it should have been. My heart was pounding so hard, I was sure whatever was in that house could hear it. At the top of the stairs, I saw a door, locked, scratches all over it, deep enough to cut through the wood, and behind it, someone was breathing, fast, uneven, panicked. "It's outside," a voice whispered from behind the door. The same voice from before. "It walks around at night. It watches. It learns." My throat went dry. What is? There was a pause, then the voice said, "Me." Before I could react, something moved behind me. I turned slowly, and there it was, standing at the end of the hallway, the man from outside. Same face, same empty smile, but now closer, too close. It took a step forward, then another. Not walking, not quite, like it was copying the idea of walking from memory. "I live here," it said. The voice was perfect, identical to the one behind the door, but now that I was hearing it up close, I could tell it wasn't real. It was stitched together, piece by piece, like it had learned how to speak by listening, not by understanding. I backed away. My hand found the wall, steadying myself as panic clawed its way up my chest. "It shouldn't be out there," the voice behind the door whispered, louder now. "I locked it out. I kept it out." "But it learned," the thing in the hallway said, and then it smiled wider. I don't remember running. I don't remember getting out of the house. All I remember is the feeling of electricity that jolted my body when it tries to embrace me. I woke up hours later inside my own house, lying in the doorway as if I barely made it. I moved out the next morning. Didn't pack properly. Didn't say goodbye. I just left. People asked why. I told them it was nothing. Just a bad feeling. That's all it was. A bad feeling. I regret being sneaking on him that night. That thing got in because of me, which he was trying to keep outside for years. I left that all behind, the house, the neighborhood. But sometimes, late at night, I still wake up. Not because of a sound, but because of a feeling. Like I'm being watched. And when I finally gather the courage to look at my window, there's always someone standing outside, staring in, smiling like they've been practicing, waiting to be let inside. Thanks for sipping tonight's tale with Haunted Brew. Don't forget to subscribe and sleep tight if you still can.